I took that knife and stabbed him, but will they believe her? Was it murder or self-defense? But before I take you back into that courtroom, and trust me, you're not missing a thing, we've got it paused for you, I want to bring in my guest for this hour. Trial attorney Holly Davis joins us from California. Holly, great to see you. It's been a minute, but glad you're joining me tonight on the show.
Thanks, Michael. I'm happy to be here.
All right, so quickly, before I take folks back into that courtroom, I want to get your impression so far. Anything jumping out at you regarding the testimony of Danielle Redlick?
Yes, I like that she is answering the direct question and not fighting it. She's saying some things against her interest, which is, I think, a sign of trustworthiness. But this woman has an uphill battle to convince these jurors that she's not lying yet again when she's been caught in those lies that you mentioned previously in the show. So one of the things I'm looking for and I'm not hearing yet, as she describes this intense moment where she stabs her husband, I'm looking for her to testify as to how her husband got bruises on his eye and his lip that we heard earlier in this case the police testify to. So what I'm not hearing, though, in her recollection of these events leading up to him being stabbed is anything about how she pushed or hit or even tried to kick him. And that's inconsistent with some of this other testimony. So I'm already having some issues with listening to her and having the storyline up. I'm also unclear as to whether or not she's being smothered or whether or not he's able to have a sarcastic comment with her saying, what are you going to stab me with this knife? To which she does. So I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm with you. I oscillate back and forth. There are things that don't seem to line up, but yet her story, she seems credible in a number of instances. Well, I want to take folks back into the courtroom now as we continue to listen to her story about that moment where she stabs her husband.